when we rescue our kids when they don't absolutely need it, or out of balance, if we rescue our kids too much, that we're giving them the message that we don't believe in them. Hi, I'm Darla, and I'm a counselor. The theme for this week was parenting. So today I wanted to share a few thoughts about that. I'm a parent as well, have 3 daughters, and I remember once about 15 years ago, I went to this conference and the gal was talking about how difficult it is as parents to find the balance between discipline and freedom. Those were her words. Maybe another way to say it would be discipline and grace. And I think it's really hard as a parent to find that balance. When do I discipline them? When do I set consequences? When do I, keep the line and follow through? And when do I give grace to my kids? When do I bail them out, if I could say it that way? It's so hard to know. Particularly, I think it's difficult to know, as I said, when do we bail out or when do we rescue our kids? From, whether it be from the time when they're babies, when they're just learning to stand or learning to pull themselves up. When do we stand, nearby and we're all prepared, and the second they start to fall, we grab them before they hit the ground. We stop them from falling because we know it could hurt. Or when do we let them fall? When they're in middle school and they forget their instrument, when do we bring it to them? When do we bring their homework that they left at home? When do we help them with their homework? When do we do their homework? Or when they're in high school, what do we do when they get a speeding ticket? Do we pay it? Or do we let them pay it themselves? Or when they break the law of any kind, when do we implement that discipline or those consequences? And when do we give them grace and help them or rescue them or bail them out? So the theme this week really was, what are some of the messages that we receive when our parent did the bailing out in particular? And these are some of the things that my clients came up with, and I think it was pretty powerful. That when their parent would come and rescue them or bail them out, it was like the parent was saying, "You need me," or "I need to be needed by you," or "I can't let you fail," or "I can't take the pain or of your suffering, so I've got to rescue you because I can't stand your pain," or "I don't believe that you can figure out your own problem. I don't believe in you," or "I am more concerned about making sure that you look good by not failing than letting you figure it out and work through your failures and solve it yourself and grow in your own confidence. I'd rather have you need me to feel okay about yourself than to not need me and feel good about your own ability to take care of you. Sometimes we inadvertently give the message, you have to be perfect around me. You can't fail. Isn't that powerful? Like, who would have guessed that when we rescue our kids when they don't absolutely need it, or out of balance, if we rescue our kids too much, that we're giving them the message that we don't believe in them. So finding the balance is really important. Of course, if our kid was, we said, "Hey, don't go across the road," and they're going across the road and the car's coming, we are going to rescue them. That is just the way it's going to be, because we can't live with the consequences of them getting hit. Or if, our kid is a really disciplined kid and always gets to school on time, and then one day their alarm doesn't go off and we go up and rescue them and wake them up to be to school on time. That's understandable. But when kids do habitual behaviors over and over again and we continually rescue them, we're actually doing a disservice to them by telling them that they can't figure it out, that they're not capable, that they're not adult, that they need us, And that is so disempowering in our lives. So, on the other hand, when we as parents allow them to fail in ways that are not destructive or detrimental to their life and well-being, but really allowing them to suffer, which is hard as a parent, instead we give them the message, yeah, it's hard to see you fail, but I trust you to figure it out. I believe in you. You can do it. You are smart. You can learn. You've got what it takes to do well in this world. You can fail. And I still love you all the same. And it builds a confidence and a capability inside that says, I can do it. So just something to think about as you're parenting. Who do you want to be? And how do you want to find that place of balance in disciplining and giving freedom or grace?